I'm a movie star. Gotta look buff. Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. We're going to start a channel, and it's about Bigfoot, expedition exploring, and gear. And what do you need? Not to capture Bigfoot or to hurt Bigfoot or to shoot Bigfoot or anything like that. It's actually to find out, is he there, is he not there, and set up an expedition to where we can just have fun. You and your buddies can have fun. I'm going to do an expedition. So what we're going to do here is we're going to start with what do we got kicking around the shop, or what do we got here that we can use, and the kind of gear that we can use to have a successful trip, right? For one, you know, like we have a few little machines in here that we like to use, and it takes us where we want to go, and the stuff that we want to use. Hold it. I see something. I see Bigfoot right now. He's standing right there. It's a baby Bigfoot, but he is there. Okay, so anyway, follow me over. Let's have a look and just see. We'll go over lots of gear in these videos, okay? We're going to go over our packs, right? Right from climbing to emergency to defense, traps, ropes, tents, sleeping bags, gear, walkie-talkies. What kind of communication are we going to have? What kind of weapons are we going to have? What kind of cameras are we going to have? What kind of support system are we going to have? And that means, like, a support system would be, because you're out and so remote, you don't know what's coming into your camps, or what's coming to get you, or coming into your camp to check you out, right? We want to be safe. I like to sleep. I like to relax when I'm out there at our different camp setups. And I'll just quickly, like, there's 4 camps that I like to that I go when I go on an expedition. It's 4 times, right? So it begins out with we have a 40-foot motor coach that we take. That sets us up at the beginning to get organized. Everybody meets, that kind of stuff. Your second one is you bring a big tent. You bring a big tent. I got a big tent here. This is a 16-foot bell. It's weighs a ton. You're going to need a mule. You're going to need this kind of stuff. And I just want to make a point that if you're the type of guy that's weighing out your gas, or weighing out your stove, or weighing how much your sleeping bag weighs, or find another channel, because this isn't what it is. We're going on the gear that we got, and gear that actually makes sense, and it's not going to hurt your pocketbook. And what do you really need, right? So it's like your pack gear, different types of footwear, right? What are good water bottles and what are bad water bottles? For one, there's a good one, right? Tabs for your water. How you doing your filtration systems? And like, there's so many things that we can get into, right? As far as sleeping systems, how are we charging? Are we charging on the go? Like, this would be a charging system that I use for my 4th camp, right? It just hooks on the back and it charges your stuff for you, so you can actually take a nice picture or whatever when you're on the go. You don't have to pack a ton of stuff, right? We go from solar chargers, right? This is a big mamma jamma, that one, right? This in here is an Ultra. This is like a mosquito catching system. So when you're out on the go, you don't like to be bombarded with lots of bugs and stuff. I don't. So this is what I take. We go into fences, right? This is a big guy right here. This is a solar charger. We don't have to worry about powering up, right? It's got a 30-mile range. It's huge, right? What kind of bars are you going to need? How many bars are you going to need to stick in the ground to do your grounding, right? What kind of pillows? What kind of heat systems, right? What kind of sharpening? What kind of rope? What kind of chainsaw? What kind of gear that you're going to pack with you that beats around, busts around, and is good for just smacking the trail, right? What kind of good IR, infrared? That's what we want to do, right? what kind of saws, what kind of axes, what kind of knives, right? That kind of thing. So we're going to be able to look at all of that kind of stuff. What kind of stuff can we build, right? We can build lots of stuff to take with us for fire starting and stuff like that. Like this is one of my favorite ones right here. I've had it for quite a while. This one works good. It's big enough to where if you do have an accident or if you get into a position where you're using this all the time, right? It's and you have an accident or you fall in the water, your hands can handle it, right? You're not numb on the fingers. Like it's these ones here, like they're little wee guys. They're nice to throw in the pack and everything, super emergency, but this would be your go-to one, the big guy, right? That's what you want. At the end of the day, you want to be safe and get yourself a bigger rod. That's all I can say about that. Make sure that it works. Practice with it. I mean, if you want, I mean, there's a fail-safe thing. Just scratch it and it makes a spark, right? All these other videos that, like, I'll give you a little background. Like, I used to do this 30 plus years ago, and I was pretty successful. Yes, I have had quite a few Bigfoot encounters. No cameras. I didn't take any cameras or anything. I'm not there to, me and Bigfoot splitting a beer or anything like that. I just want to know if he's there. I've had quite a few encounters. We'll get into those in another video. And I'll talk to you about my personal encounters and what I've had happen to me out there. He hasn't chucked the rock, he hasn't spoken my mind or anything else like that, right? But we've had some really good contact, and I think it was accidental contact. And I'll give you one little teaser for another video. I had I was very remote one time, and I'm sleeping. It's about I would say 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, and I had an experience with the military and a Sasquatch, and it was very silent. Nobody even talked to me, said anything. They didn't really even recognize me, and recognize that I was there. Not recognize me personally, but they didn't recognize me even that I was standing right there as they're running by me. And these are all fully camoed out, have all their hardware, and they were chasing them, and he ran right by me, and it's an experience that I'll give you in another video. And there's other ones too that I've had, being so remote. The military one was the top of the charts for me. It was to go to show you that there is something there, and definitely the government, they know about it. I'm not saying that it's a conspiracy to hide, but there's definitely something there, and I know that they confronted me that day, not verbally, but they were on the trail of them, right beside me. So that's another video that we can go into, and it's actually pretty cool. And I can even tell you where it was. You can throw a look on a map, and we can figure that out at another day. I mean, I can think of so many experiences that I've had, with this phenomenon, that it's something is there. I'll tell you that something is there. So when I go out, it's not to hurt Bigfoot, shoot Bigfoot, skin Bigfoot, capture Bigfoot in a net, anything like that. It's nothing like that. I like to go out, and I like to look at big game. I enjoy that. I like seeing them up close and personal. It's what I've been doing for years and years, but I sort of had to take some time off, for family. I've got a business. We took some time off. It's going on 30 years, and now I want to do one more. But I want to take you guys with me on this next trip, and we're going to plan it from what I got in the shop. I don't think that I should have to spend any money on really anything except for maybe fuel and that kind of stuff. But we'll go through all this gear, and you know what? I've been suckered in so many times with these guys, not to point any of them out there, tying sticks and that kind of thing. It's just a bunch of clickbait. We're not going to do that. I'm going to give you stuff that really does work. it might not be super expensive. It's not top of the line. Some of the stuff, yeah, I got is maybe a little up there, but it's something that you and I and your friends can look at and say, hey, do you know what? We can do that. We can go and have a look. And it might not be Bigfoot. I mean, the more you get to know me, you're going to find out that I'm a grizzly nut. I love grizzly bears. I love looking at them. I love seeing how close I can get. You know, and elk. I love getting close to elk. I love, you know, just a little quick story. I was up in southern BC in the mountains for a loose record of where I was. And I was pretty remote up there. And I was doing some personal tracking. And I got into a situation where I was tracking, I knew it was an elk. And I knew it was close. And it was pretty early in the morning. I started out trekking. I picked up his trail. This went on for about maybe an hour and a half. And I was climbing down over a couple of big logs and down into some brush. And I was just at a little bit of a brush bluff. And I just happened to stop. And I thought to myself right at that point, I thought, this thing's close. It's really close. You can almost smell him. That's how close he was. And just then, my watch, which I mean, yes, I took one of those old-fashioned digital watches, but it beeped. And I'll tell you what. As soon as that thing beeped, this beast, it was I'd say 7 feet, 8 feet right in front of me, and when it bolted up and took off, I almost had to change my pants. It was a great experience, right? To see this huge animal. I didn't know that he was that close, but he was right there. And as he's jumping over the logs, I mean, I don't know, you can talk to other hunters, and when you're so close that you can see their ass pucker, you know you're close, right? You know you're actually maybe too close. But I had a great time with that one, and I got lots of stories about that kind of stuff. We'll get into other videos on that. You know, as far as different types of fuel, different types of clothing that you like to wear. What really works, right? I mean, if you look back at, 30 some odd years ago, we didn't have all this Gore-Tex and stuff like that. And we used what we had, or we went out and bought solid material, like stuff that I could actually that actually works, keeps you warm, keeps you dry. I mean, I watch all these ones. All these guys are dressed up like they're going into Afghanistan or some third world country doing some kind of G.I. Joe mission. Okay, that's not what this is all about. I'm not G.I. Joe. I might look a little like G.I. Joe, but I'm not G.I. Joe. I'm not into pretending to be the military guy. I don't use a lot of camouflage, but I do set my camps up properly. And, like from outer perimeter, we've got traps that are set for them to make signals. If they break the tripwire, right, I know what section they're coming in on, that kind of a thing. And then we, like I pointed out earlier, there's a bear fence that I use, and that's probably one of my top of the line items. It's pretty high tech. It's definitely going to stop whatever that is in its tracks. I mean, it shoots. I think it's a 30-mile range, and it's nasty. It'll stop whatever's out there. I don't even care if it is Bigfoot, but it's definitely going to stop them. Right, and that goes from anything, right from your firearm. What should you be taking? You should not only be taking like a big guy that's going to stop something, but you should also be taking a little guy to take game, right? And we'll go into all of that. Like, I mean, I got boxes of that kind of stuff that we can go into in the future, but you need a small one, like 22 LR, right? Something that's guaranteed to take out a little grouse or a little bird or whatever the heck you want to shoot to eat, right? If you're in that situation. I personally don't do that. I mean, if you look around the shop, I don't have any skulls and capes and all that kind of stuff. I don't believe in it. I'm not if it comes down to where I got to eat, there's a different story. Obviously, I'm going to eat, and I'm going to take it, and I'll harvest it the best way that I can. But to go out on an expedition, that's not even on my mind. I'm not thinking about eating anything except for the food that I bring with me. And that goes with another part of the video, is that, you know, we talk about different types of food that you can take. Well, we're going to get into that kind of stuff, all that different kind of food, and the outrageous prices. I mean, we can get away with a lot better. So we're going to go from 30 plus years ago to today. An explorer wants to do it one more time, and we're going to do this together. See how it turns out. We're going to film the whole thing. So I hope that you like, subscribe, get excited, because there's going to be some laughs, because I'm old. I'm definitely not in the best shape. In this time of my life, I'm not in the best shape. I used to be in much better shape, much better, stronger, faster, that kind of a thing. But nowadays, I'm a little laid back. I like to have Sherpas that come with me, and what I refer to as a Sherpa is a friend that's fitter than me, because he can pack my stuff for me. So we're gonna all go into that, and it just comes down from different camp stoves to, you know, different types of tents, and what kind of tents are you going to use on your, like when I said there about the 40-foot motor coach. Yeah, that sounds fancy and everything. It is. It's comfortable. It's nice. You get into Camp 2, and your Camp 2 is your big tent, whatever you want to use for everybody sleeping there. Everybody's got their bed. You got your wood stove. You got your bare fence. You got your tripwires all set, right? So you can be calm and you can have some sleep. What I know, you know, from the past exploration that I've done and the past expeditions that I've done, is you need sleep, right? And when you have a good sleep, it turns out to be a better trip, and you get more accomplished and more things that you want to get accomplished. So that's what the bear fence is all about. We get into night vision, like I was saying, but all of this kind of stuff, as far as you know, like beds and sleeping bags and tents, and so you go from like Camp 2 with the big tent and everybody's there, and you got your fire and stuff, and different types of fire, right, that we can do. I like to bring a lot of propane with me. I like the instant of it. I like it's an immediate thing. I have a really nice Martin that I take with me. It's 2x2, and I hook it up to a can. Boof! I got 2-foot flames. It even looks like a real fire. It's instant heat. Sometimes when you're backpacking all day, or you're setting up, it gets dark pretty quick, right? And or it's raining, and nobody feels like at our age, it's not like, hey, we're running out and getting wood every 5 seconds. So that's why the chainsaw's there. That's why the little cart is there, so we can get set up like that kind of stuff, right? So Camp 2 is pretty cool, right? We got a chuck box. I can't wait to show you my chuck box, because I've had other chuck boxes over the years, and this chuck box that I designed is my own design. It's pretty cool. It's all about stuff that I've found and put together in there, including the box, and I think you'll get a real kick out of the box that I've used, because it's another bang around box that it's okay to throw it in the back of the truck. It's okay to drop it on the ground, right? It's okay to get it soaked. Things happen out there, trust me. And it's another set of that is, or another point of that is, you know, when it's dark out there, it's dark, and I think a lot of people, like, I see all these channels with these guys, you know, they go out to these deep remote areas that they say are deep remote, but as we know, we've seen a lot of things on the channels lately where hey, the guy was only 10 minutes from his truck and stuff like that. Okay, that's not what this channel's all about. Like, when we go out, we're going out, pal, and it's going to be dark, and I still get scared when I'm out there. I know I'm not a huge guy or anything, but I still get scared when I'm, and if you don't get scared, you're basically dead. If you don't get scared, you have no feeling, and you shouldn't be out there if you're not going to be scared. it heightens your awareness of what's going on, because it keeps you safe and it keeps your friends safe when the more your mind is heightened, right? The other thing is Camp 3. You know, like Camp 3 is going to be just this. You know, like Camp 3 is going to be a big popper, 5-man popper, right? That kind of thing. You have a normal fire. You know, your sleeping bag. You're sleeping on a mattress, like this kind of a thing, right? And there's another thing, like I'll just mention, you know, like for mattresses and stuff, you know, the cell foam that you have in your mattress, right? These air ones and stuff, I never use them. I don't like them. Mother Nature's got to heat that air up, and to be honest with you, they haven't found a package that holds air the full night. You still got to be blowing these stupid things up and everything. I like the ones here that self-inflate. They've got cellular foam in there, so you're just heating up these small cells, and it holds the heat better for your back as you get older, and you can enjoy your sleep a lot more. Trust me, sleep is an A1. When it's super dark and you're not getting any sleep, and your senses are heightened, and every sound and every crack in the bushes, you think that something's going to eat you. Then you start seeing things, and you come up with all crazy kind of stories, right? That's not what this is. Let's try to stay factual as best that we can, right? So the biggest thing for me is I want to go on a journey with you guys. I hope that you subscribe. I hope you like it. I hope you look forward to it. I hope you come back and check me out, because this is right from the ground up. I'll explain to you what we're doing. This is headquarters. You'll probably see a lot of it. There's a lot of gear that's around here that we're going to go over, and we're going to modify or make containers for it, or pack properly, and obviously keep safety in mind. That's a good one. And what kind of firearms do we want to check out? You know, believe it or not, I do have a couple of friends. And what we are going to do in the future is, you know, some of them have Bigfoot stories, right? Some of them, like me, I mean, I got a few experiences. Some of them have Bigfoot stories, and then I got these friends that are like armor nuts, right? That just love anything with bullets and anything that they can squeeze around off. And we'll have those crazy people in here too. I keep them close when we're out there, because you don't want them going AWOL. You don't want anybody crazy with a firearm. You got to be normal people. So another thing, pick your friends. We'll go all into all of that kind of stuff, where you can get your food, what kind of blankets. So I hope that you guys, this is a bit of a tease. We'll go on to the next video, and please subscribe, hit the bell, and we'll see you next time.